We continue our focus in the look at those audit outcomes from the Auditor General, showing a regression in a number of municipalities, including municipalities in the Eastern Cape. The Enoch Mgijima Local Municipality has been under mandatory intervention since April after a prolonged period of significant financial and service delivery failures. The Eastern Cape Municipality was established after the 2016 local government elections by merging 3 municipalities. Several recent contracts at this municipality are now subject of a probe by the opposition political parties. Now, in an unrelated incident just this week, the gun-touting criminals reportedly robbed municipal staff of thousands of rands during a hold-up. Joining us now to share his perspective on Enoch Mgijima Local Municipality is Ken Clark, Chairperson of Civil Society Group Let's Talk Komani, who also ran for the office of mayor in the 1st of November municipal polls. Ken, good to have you with us, and thank you very much for your time here on In Focus. When you move your mouse around the Auditor General's report and you come to Enoch Mgijima, you see that it is currently under administration, but these problems do not start in this financial year. It's been so for 4 years now. These problems have been going on. What's at the heart of the failures and the inaction of leadership in administrating that municipality properly?
Well, I think the municipality is captured. I think the people that serve at the municipality do so at the behest of others outside the municipality, and they're answerable to them. Getting information out of anybody at the municipality, which is a legal prerequisite, is an almost impossibility, even when you threaten them with legal action. You know, the legal system is so toddy that, I mean, we've spent millions of rands as business in this town to try and get people to do the right thing. And we win our cases and judgments are pronounced, but little changes. And so, you know, the justice system is also frustrating civil society to try and get the situation sorted out, you know. And, you know, I mean, I guess you've seen it all over, you know, news programs about 6.7 kilometers of road costing 95 million rand. And I mean, there's a plethora of other things, you know. I can tell you just something else, you know. Businesses in this town are taxed to the tune of about 130 to 170 million, depending which number you believe, for rates and taxes, and we can't even get 10 million rand spent in this town, you know, on fixing roads, which won't get fixed if you send 50 million rand, you know, spend 50 million rand on fixing roads. So you know, it's a function of leadership. It's a function of state capture. You know, we've just had a national a cabinet representative appointed, who, you know, replaced the administrator, because that was a contentious terminology. And okay, this guy's only just started on the 1st of June, so haven't heard much that's happened since he's been there. But, you know, fundamentally, if you don't change the leadership, all these problems happen because of inept leadership. And that's really what it boils down to. And unless there's a political will to do the right thing and to change the leadership and put the competent people in place to do what is required of them, nothing's going to change. And, you know, I mean, I was traveling back from East London today. There was an accident on the N6. There were at least 6 or 7 police at the accident, yet there were buckies looting the vehicle that was involved in the accident. And I said, well, what are you doing standing here watching these people looting, you know, somebody's possessions? And the policewoman said to me, but if we try and stop them, we just get threatened. And this is a function of a total collapse of law and order in this country. It's a collapse of the legal system. There are no consequences for wrongdoing. People are not held accountable. I'm on the council now, as you know, as running as an independent. We have 5 councillors on the municipality. We try to do the right things. We've got good working rapport with the people, you know, in the ANC, but we cannot get the right things to happen. and we cannot get people to be held accountable.
Yeah.
And they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
So National, sorry, let me come in here. National is coming in now with some kind of intervention. I saw even Treasury making comments saying, for example, there is a culture of not paying for services, particularly in the Enoch Mgijima Municipality. Even those who can afford are not paying for services. How do you, what action is required to get people to pay?
Well, you know, as part of state capture, you just turn a blind eye to that thing, and then the problem just gets bigger. You know, certain people are targeted. If I pay my account 1 day late, I'll get switched off. Yet there's brazen theft out of transformer boxes, and nothing gets done about it. You know, so there's double standards. There's no attempt. Meters are not read. So an account that you get for the most part is an estimate. It's just a total breakdown in administration, total breakdown. And of course the COVID situation, you know, just took it to another level.
Yeah. Talk to me about then projects. Is there a process of consultation with communities? For example, that stadium that was built, well, if it is a stadium really, and millions being spent on it, was there a process of consulting with the community IDPs? Were they done, and was their input taken from members of the community?
Look, I mean, there are a number of such like projects, and we had an instance where an MPAC standing committee sat to review projects, and they came up with a report which was fairly damning and required interventions that needed to be taken. When we got to the council meeting, there was a piece of paper on our seats saying that we should accept the report, which was a half a pager, without reservation, that everything was fine, which was clearly not the report from MPAC. Well, that was rejected. Needless to say, that situation has not been rectified. So once again, you know, serious procedures that should have been followed aren't followed, and then as a consequence, the issue just gets swept under the mat, and it just disappears into the dark black hole, and you don't know what's happened to it. You know, standing committees seldom sit. So the function of state and the function of local government is frustrated by the ineptitude and incapacity of the people, of employees, including the municipal manager, the CFO, and well, pretty much everybody. You know, we don't get reports in time to enable standing committees to sit and peruse them and make recommendations to council. So we seldom have an ordinary council meeting. We have one special meeting after another, and you get, you know, 150 pages for a council meeting the night before the council meeting. I mean, it's just a total collapse situation, which unless really, really firm action is taken, I'm afraid to say, you know, this problem is getting much bigger. And, you know, we've been trying to get people to do the right thing, and we've implored them to take remedial action, but nothing gets done. And it's actually simple. What needs to be done is the right leadership needs to be put in place. You've got to collect the money that is due to you, and you have to cut the costs. And one of the big issues is employee costs, which run into something like 350 odd million for the next financial year, when you have a total revenue which is likely to be no more than 650 million. Sure. It's no wonder there's no money to spend on anything, you know, because you're just squandering it on employee costs for people that don't even pitch for work.
Ken, we have to leave it there because of time. Leadership, then, that's what it boils down to. That is Ken Clark, Chairperson of Let's Talk Komani.